As most of you know, we are the Rap Squad, coming from CHS. Thank you. And we are a group of many talents. We do from poetic to music. All right, this is a single that I wrote. It was really my feelings on my environment, you know, and how I'm growing up, and I'm forced to stay in this environment, but I want better for it, you know what I'm saying? Everybody wants better for themselves and family, anyone around them. And this is my story. Said lately I've been spending time thinking in this life, will I make it? Don't nobody know a thing about me. But maybe I should spend time praying, God knows I'm forsaken. I don't wanna be a product of the streets. Said lately I've been spending time thinking in this life, will I make it? Don't nobody know a thing about me. Maybe I should spend time praying, God knows I'm forsaken. I don't wanna be a product of the streets. It ain't for me. It ain't for me, it ain't for me, it ain't for me, for me. Yeah, thank you.
We're in the Delta, and the Delta is a very unique and different kind of area. Sometimes in order to understand the Delta, you have to be from the Delta just to kind of understand the culture and the people.
So our county, Phillips, is considered to be either the first or the second in terms of poorest county in the state.
He needs you right now, God. These kids need you right now, God. The adults need you right now, God. We all need you right now, God. Because there's so much going on in this world, Lord. So much killing.
When I was raised up in the churches years ago, I'm from an old generation, I'm a relic out of the past. Churches were teaching, pastors were teaching good parenting. My mother had the 10 Commandments wrote on the wall. Thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill. So these kids nowadays, the training they get comes to the conduit of the kids is to a lot of negative stuff that comes through hip-hop music and entertainment industry. What does that say? What does that say?
D. What's that?
Yeah. Well, some of these posters are for Central Rap Squad to get some more publicity, but some of these posters are for the millage tax on March 14th. And the millage tax will increase the property tax only for property owners in order to build a new public high school, and it's super contentious.
I tried, I'm back but I tried. Got a lot of people out like they care about me, but wouldn't care if I died.
Cause I'm just gonna breathe. I'm breathing.
Man, I lost my daddy, and people ain't the same. Then I lost my grandpa, life was driving me insane. People try to play me just like my life is a game. Life is like a battle, we fight for the wrong thing.
So out my life I kicked it out. Now my heart cold like a winter day with the lights out, tiptoe.
Watching mama struggling each and every day made me understand why I gotta make a way. At age 10, a gun took my cousin's life. At 14, I watched cancer eat my grandma alive.
All right, so guys, we have two main things to get ready for. There's a women's empowerment / youth empowerment thing on February 9th. We're going to start off with Misunderstood. 5 or 6 kids do a talent. We do Masquerade. 3 or 4 more kids do their talent. Poem, Misha closes the night out.
Old school, like hip-hop type thing.
Yeah.
Enough planning. You guys want to get to writing?
They still envy. I'm just trying to be the best person that I can be. Yeah, they gotta hate on me.
You can be as honest as you want. You can talk about whatever you want. You can say it however you want, as long as you are being true to yourself. All right? So at the end of the day, if you're like, is what I'm saying the truth? Cool, you can have it in there. All right? Is what I'm saying going to be positive for the community somehow? You can have it in there. All right? The only thing I don't want is like false bragging or like false claiming or talking about
gang.
Yeah, no gang stuff, none of that. Good. Okay? Those are the only rules. No rules other than that. If you play football, you have an outlet. If you are a STAR student, you have an outlet. If you fit into like the really traditional stuff like debate team or band, you have some options. But other than that, there's really no option for like the angsty young poet or like the angsty young artist or the angsty young rapper. Step on in.
If you hear yourself in there when you rap.
There you go, say something. Isn't that weird? Then you want to just hop into writing? I'll get you a book. All right, here. So why don't you go ahead and try to hop in on this first song, okay?
I gotta get used to rapping in front of people.
I know, they started really shy. Don't let them, this guy was so shy, but yeah. But now look at him.
You gotta switch on me like that.
I'm sorry.
On my way. I say, oh, Lord, I want you to help me.
I don't know, because before Rap Squad, I was really a shy and mellow person. And I used to let people walk all over me and stuff like that. And Rap Squad really gave me that voice to be able to speak how I wanted to.
Dude, it's hiding, bro.
This is my dad right here. This is a little old. And these are gloves I wore at the funeral. It's the rose from the thing that was on the casket. Now this is where the magic happens. This right here. Before this, we started off with just the mic, and we had a crate, and we set the crate on a desk, and we'd all throw our jackets over the crate. So it would be more of like an insulation type thing, and you wouldn't hear the things on the outside. And then Celero went and bought the phone. You know, it's always people in the world that try to make a difference. They're not always recognized, but at least they try. And I feel like by me being part of the Rap Squad and supporting the Rap Squad, I feel like we can actually change the minds, if not many then of some, at least.
This is our proposed new high school facility that will be constructed here at the Central High School campus if the voters approve the property tax this spring to fund its construction. It will house all of our 7 through 12 grades under one roof, which will limit the traffic. It'll be more secure, more sanitary. Our facilities are very old. And water comes to the top, the bottom, there's exposed wiring in between. And so this is what we propose to build. And as you can see, it'll be a very beautiful facility from the outside. It'll be state-of-the-art on the inside. And for those that send their kids here, the benefit is obvious. Their kids will have better facilities and they'll get a better education.
Man, I'm so tired of the games and the masquerades. Why we all treated the same? We make the same mistakes. Sometimes I feel like I'm to blame, like it's a family trait. I guess we not ready to change, cause all the time it takes. Man, I'm so tired of the
There ain't no stress in my life, is a blessing. Shut off the block, I was juggling finessing. Man, shout out to grandma, she dead and she resting. The people that doubted me now second guessing. I was a youngin', was start a lane. Played a lot of games, so life was a game. Introduced to the struggle, now things ain't the same. I was a youngin' who wanted the fame. Tired of the struggling, and I'm tired of the hustling. Physically, I am strong, but mentally, I am trouble, pain.
How you doing?
All right. You?
I haven't seen you in like 2 weeks.
I've been tired these 2 weeks. So I gotta go to Little Rock Children's Hospital April 18th because my heart been acting up again with the fluttering and all that.
Yeah, that was like a year ago that was happening,
Yeah.
right?
And I got the ablation done where they clipped that one part and they burned it, but it still ain't worked. Yeah, they said by next year I should be cleared, but with this heart stuff acting up now.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't mess with it.
Nah, I'm not. I'll stick to rapping.
Because that's not your passion anyway, so.
I've been depressed. I'm actually still depressed, but you see how I come to school and I smile and I don't let it get to me, not out here. But now once I go home, yeah, I'll shut myself out and stay in my room and all that. No self-harm, no nothing. I ain't that crazy now. But yeah, I'm depressed. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, my heart steady beating this unnatural rhythm. I'm trying to play light, but it seems to keep skipping. I open my eyes and I see something different. I'm losing my memory. I need to grip it. No right and no wrong, and I think that I'm tripping. A lot of fake people, so I keep my distance. I'm water whipping, turn the boot to a kitchen. I'm water whipping, turn the boot to a kitchen. All right.
The kids that are, spitting 3 16-bar verses on a song won't write an essay in class. Well, then that shows a deeper issue. They're not incapable. Maybe they have undealt with trauma. Maybe they're not being dealt with properly. Maybe they've been dealt with as the bad kid forever, so they're caught in a suspension cycle.
I find that when kids gravitate to something, they're running from something else most times. You know what I'm saying? And I think the Rap Squad gives them a good feeling when they are together. It makes them feel good, it makes them feel important, and it makes them feel a part of something.
Well, my depression started at school. People would verbally abuse me, and I already had low self-confidence. I mean, dealing with a boy who hasn't had a father in his life, he's gonna have some type of mental problems. I mean, I don't know, I was just a complete wreck. And then with my mom, she has rapid heartbeat. She would go into the hospital at least 5, 6 times a month. Just the thought that I could actually lose her to that was just heartbreaking. So I would shut down, stay in my room. I would actually starve myself, wouldn't eat. But I mean, I'm just praying to God that he'll help us through this struggle.
Attention Rap Squad. We will have practice today after school in Ms. Rosani's room. Please do not delay. Mr. Celero.
But look, guys, look. So it's on down here, and when you really want to make it on, just go right here.
You already told us.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I learned.
He nervous.
Who's
I
first?
think
I do get nervous. So this is a female empowerment event that we're having, and the Rap Squad was asked to do a remix of Keep Your Head Up. So Tamonte and Norman are going to do that. Well, obviously the original Keep Your Head Up was all about women's empowerment, so they rewrote it with like a modern twist.
Come on in, ladies. Let's try to fill up this side first.
Friends, living in a world so cold, trying to be different, but everybody acting so bold. What the big issue? You gotta keep your head up. Just keep on pushing till you had enough. I know you tired of the pain and stuff, corrupted world.
Thank you. Give it up one more time for CHS. Thank you.
You did a good job today.
I'm proud. Come here.
Because that's one of the only teachers that I actually understood, and he understood me. He understood why I couldn't sit down and be quiet. ADHD, man. This man has ADHD himself. He knows what I go through. He's been through some things in his life dealing with his mom or whatever.
It's scary.
He turned red.
I'm too stressed.
He said, put me
I
down.
started panicking.
Because I'm too stressed.
Hey, Cam! Whose classroom were you supposed to be in this period?
Your class?
Yeah. You probably shouldn't skip and then show yourself right after.
I really didn't enjoy being in school very much. Like, I didn't enjoy being in the classroom. I was always like the back row kid. I didn't do well in high school at all. I had like a 2.4, 2.5. I failed every math class. While I was like working 2 jobs and playing football to support my family, my dad had lost his job. We were evicted from our home, and then my mom got real depressed and she attempted her own life. So I came here understanding that when you feel that fire of trauma inside of like, man, what does anything matter? You can't succeed in the classroom. And I came here knowing that a lot of kids, just based on their personality alone, already feel trapped in a classroom. So you take a kid who already feels like the classroom's not built for them, add the fire of that horrible trauma, and then what's that kid supposed to achieve?
What did I just It was funny though. I should have been around.
You should have been around.
Watch your step. Little jump back here.
I was the child of public school educators, so I've been around it all my life. Now I'm on the school board. They made me the president. I think that eventually everyone is going to have to realize that whether they send their children to the public schools or not, they have a stake in it. If we're not successful and we continue the economic trends that we've had for the last generation, then their property's going to be worthless, their businesses will close. They need us to succeed.
If that tardy bell rings and you in my hallway, you going to ISS, so I suggest you all get the class.
I feel like with all the Delta area, at one point that had kind of died out. You know, the factories kind of cleared out, and people just moved to seek work. And so when people start moving off, it started messing with your population. When with your population, it started messing with your enrollment in your schools and things of that nature.
Since Brown versus Board of Education in '54, like many communities, Helena, West Helena had a private school start. And that's, I think, hurt us as a community. We're a community of limited people, limited resources, and that took a large part of your middle class and business part of the town away when the private school started. You also have the dimension over the past 16 years of a charter school entering the environment, taking another large segment of our city's population out of the public schools. And I just don't think that's healthy, whether it's race-based, class-based, or whatever it is that results in it. For a town our size to be splitting our resources 3 different ways, plus I think it has damaging long-term effects. And with kids don't go to school together, they don't develop the relationships. Consequently, that leads to the political turmoil that continues in other parts of our local government. Because if choice were the answer to our economic development problems, we would not be in the state we're in today, because we've had choice since 1969. We have to get serious about quality public education. We can't survive without it.
Somebody tell me what's the point. Can you tell me if I'm lucky, flip a coin? All this happened in my life is like I'm trapped inside a storm. You can look into my eyes and see the beast that you have formed. Unknown, you are warned, you can never ask for more. Caught up in the system, must have been what you've been wishing. Can you tell me what's the difference? I'm chewing, you are fishing. Can the problems get to fixing? Nah, now you need to listen. Now I gotta go and get it. Better stop me now. Better stop.
So, I mean, I know the system can be way better than this. And this first grade up, kindergarten up, man, all of this ain't how good the system could be. Whole system does not want our true potential to come out. It's like they want us to end up behind jail. They're making it so hard to where we just want to drop out. And I feel like I should just make a song about it. And I feel like I should come hard, strong. I gotta do something, not just for me, but for this whole school, this whole system, man, this whole community. Cause something ain't right. That's how I feel. That's why I wrote this.
We are against this because there has been a real history of, we'll call it abuse in our community, both from the school district side and from city government side. The school district for the last 10 of the last 12-ish years, we're going to drop back a year, but basically 10 of the last 12 years, this school district has been in 2 types of distress and taken over by the state because of that. The school district has been in both academic and financial fiscal distress. because they couldn't manage their money.
Are you winding up? Yes, sir. Okay. Have you planted right here?
Yes, sir. I got to plant a little bit right there.
All right, we're gonna follow you. That's all.
I got to take a chain off my car.
I just, I'm just a farmer. I'm supposed to be out here chopping weeds. I'm not supposed to be a businessman. Sometimes you have to do what you think is right, and that's where we are. What we see is an over-the-top proposal, an extreme tax on a poor community, and we see a bad track record, and we cannot do the math of what this school's going to cost, what it's going to cost per square foot. The math is fuzzy, and the numbers keep moving on us. And so therefore there is a lot of distrust. Do the students deserve something? Yes. A good education? Yes. Have they been getting a good education? Apparently not. They're under academic distress. So let's build a new building, and that's going to improve what? We're betting the future of the community on this over-the-top proposal. And farming is cyclical, and we're under some very lean times now.
Sit. Sit. Man, it's too boring around here. Now you see what people say when they literally say it's nothing to do here. It's nothing to do. And then it's even more boring around here. My Wi-Fi not even working. My house. The only excitement that you could get, or the only thrill that you could get, is mischief and stuff like that. So.
From WREG in Memphis, this is News Channel 3 at 10.
Angry, frustrated, and a lot of pain describes how people in Helena, West Helena are feeling after the violence over the weekend.
Enough is enough. Why are kids dying?
15-year-old Quantasia Stringer was gunned down and killed on this porch. Chief Green says Quantasia's mom lost her other son just last year in a house fire. So very tough times for this family, as you can imagine.
My family said they heard the shots. It's crazy. It's like, it's plain to see the stuff that goes on that isn't supposed to go on. And it's like we're getting so used to it that it's just becoming like a regular everyday thing. It's people dying every day. Man, I swear that this ain't new to me. It's sad to see the scrutiny, what it's gonna take for you to see from you to me that hate us with a passion. Wish that you could see my bro be dead and gone, but his legacy is glued to me. I got so much ahead of me, I'm only 16. They say a bullet has no age and he was only 15. Is this heaven or hell? I'm feeling so in between. And it just echoes out.
But now you run to the pastor. I think my city is cursed. It's like a national disaster. Just seen my homie in school. 2 days later, he massacred. Now his mama can't take it because she know just what happened. She lost a baby all because of a coward pastor. I'm 10 toes down.
Who did that? Thanks. Oh, there's more. I'll be back tomorrow. For more.
Wow. Wow. So, these are kids. They're teenage years, the highest level of hormones, and their friend was shot, multiple times with a semi-automatic weapon. We had a meeting like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they were like, why do you think our children are on a low reading level? I'm like, maybe because they just took the test the day their friend died. The 8th graders took the ACT the day that Quan died.
When we first moved here, West Helena was, to me, it was cool. It was totally awesome. We had decent neighbors and stuff. Sleep with your windows up, all of that. Over the course of time, it started changing.
I feel like if I stay here any longer, I'm going on a rampage, man.
Like, it's only so much stuff you could take.
Good evening, everyone. Once again, myself and the Assistant Chief of Police, before we came here, we were sitting down, we was talking about the good old days of Helena, West Helena. And we was trying to curtail when did the change actually happen. And we looked at back in the early 90s, 92, 94, when the drug problems came in. And we had other outside entities coming into the city of Helena, West Helena, and kind of changing different things. Kids' outlook on home standards, where you go down the street, and you got a butt whooping there, and you came home and you got one even worse. We cared for each other. When Moses took the people out of Egypt, he was by himself, him and the good Lord. So we have to ask each other that today. What are we going to do to better our community as an individual?
Man, I'm so tired of the dealing and the innocent killing. We just patiently waiting for it to come to an end. And they not understanding all the pain that I'm feeling. But I still gotta make it and keep stacking them bitches. Go for the team, making the money in love with the green. Making the music cause I gotta sing. Making the difference and changing the thing. Making the scene, yeah, we making the scene. They toting and carrying pocket rocks. Stopping the violence, I gotta stop it. I'm over the street, so I'm dropping knowledge. Can't wait for the day cause I gotta
I'm proud of him. I'm sorry, I'm proud of him, though. I'm very proud of him, and I hope he keeps on doing what he's doing. I'm not that old yet. I'm only 46, but when I step down to my parking lot to get on my truck, he helps me. We could be in a truck park somewhere, anywhere, and he could see an elderly person or anybody that's struggling or really needs help, and he'll ask me, "Ma, can I go help?" His poetry, when he reads it to me, I break down. Because what he's saying is true. And by him doing what he's doing, writing the way he's feeling, whatever's going through his mind, whatever is deep in his heart, and he's writing it out, I'm thankful that he's using it that way and not against the world and going against me and letting that anger or whatever he has in there out there in that street. He's letting that out on paper, poetry, rapping, you know, and it chokes me up when I hear it. I just want the best for them. Because there's hardly nothing down, there's nothing down here at all.
You will get a brand new facility that will be right where we are. It'll house grades 7 through 12 with a capacity for 700 students. It's going to look very nice from the outside. It's going to be state-of-the-art on the inside. We will go from having Stone Age facilities to right there with the best in the region. We're happy that you came. We want to give you good information because over the past few days, a lot of bad information has gotten out there. So we want you to have accurate information. We want your help. We want your support. We want the public school system to be a unifying factor in the community, not a divisive one. And at the end of the day, this election is largely about our kids. But it's also about our community and its economic future, because you cannot have significant economic development if you don't have a good public school system for the employer to know that his employees can send his kids to, that will produce a reliable workforce.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tamonte Johnson. I'm in the 10th grade, and today I'll be reading a poem that I wrote today in class. It's called Fatal Attraction. Can't find the room to breathe or air to speak. The trees close in on me like a foot stomping on a can to shrink. So to speak, how I feel doesn't matter. Glass shatters like the window to what truly matters. This town is the fatal attractor. Hate, betrayal, and frail are his main factors. We choose not to change his worth just because I don't have to. Let's zap to a safer classroom and go back to a time when we could all learn equally. I feel I have no right to think. Should I fight to think? I wonder why we shrink. I'm not afraid anymore. I'm on my climb to peak. Help us change. Use our minds for better and cause a mind to change. Great things can happen in a life of pain. Vote yes.
Yeah.
We'll try to share the mic.
That's okay. No, I was just saying the gentleman I spoke to, he sent me, I have the letter that was sent that has the preliminary qualified square feet of 82,041, and we were just discussing how they came up with what they consider fundable, is what he called it, on what they're willing to match or give money to towards the project. And what they came up with for the qualified cost was $13,842,777.93. And the projected state funding was about $7.3 million, which was right at around 50%. So, you know, what they're saying is we're willing to give you 50%, but it should only cost about $14 million, from what I gather from this. So where is that other $8.5 million going?
Well, if you'll let me take a look, I would love to see the misrepresentation of the week. You're trying to say that we're going to the top. 16 school districts. It's on the ADE website. Again, real facts. 16 school districts will have tax rates higher than ours if we pass this. Furthermore, tax rate really doesn't matter. We're not asking to build the Taj Mahal. We're asking to build a decent school for these kids. Okay? And the simple fact of the matter is, we've neglected the public school system for over 30 years, and now it's coming back to haunt us, and it's going to cost us a little more than it would have if we'd have made the right decisions back in the 70s and the 80s. This is about our future. This is about our kids. So let's get back to focusing on, we need a decent school for them.
I just want to clarify something. You said there were several mistakes. If you would read the information that I put on the flyer, the average, I did all of this research and I have it over there. You can, yes ma'am, yes ma'am.
I don't mean to be rude, but we open this up for questions, not necessarily comments just yet. So I just want to get back to the issues of questions. So do you have another question? Thank you. Any more questions?
The class was just a kitchen. On my first day of school, I had the mindset to get it. Now I'm older, getting bolder. Woo! I could feel the tension, that tension. I could feel the tension, I could feel the tension. The pressure. I could feel the tension, I could feel the tension. I could feel the tension, I could feel the tension. That pressure. I could feel the tension, I could feel the tension. I'm finna start writing that verse now. So
But I mean, there's nothing really that we can do to change it. I mean, our voice and the music, we can do that, but politically and all that, dealing with the system, we can't do anything.
That's why
we're just gonna have to go with the flow for now.
Our goal with the music is to, maybe we can't change how it is, but maybe we could change the minds of some of them.
But like this town, it don't have to be the way it is. It's just the way it is because the people choose to let it be that way. I mean, look at me, I'm a child. No adult, no government, no nothing's gonna listen to me. Not unless I come out with a big statement that actually means something with a lot of people behind me. I mean, and it's just, I don't wanna be that one that could have done something. I wanna be that one that did do something.
You wanna carry some of these down? Pass them out. So they got the two big posters. You guys look fine. I don't know, this is up to you guys. I'm doing something.
Right now we finna go, we walking out to the gates with the sign.
Yeah, they walked out of class and they're protesting. We need a new school, true enough. God knows we do. But it's the right way you do this. And now they're gonna be in trouble now, and I hate this for our children. They done got together and fixing to do this. But to God be the glory. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. Yeah, we need one too. I know.
Yes, B. Jackson, yes.
We need one.
Go.
To God be the glory. Oh, yes! To God be the glory. To God be the glory.
We have to deal with this school and what it is. Everybody at this school goes through their own struggles every day. And to come to a school like this and have to deal with more struggle, you get tired of struggle. I'm ready to make a change.
Already got 5 days.
Vote yes.
We deserve better. 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 We deserve better.
You hear that?
For expulsion.
I'm recommending for expulsion.
For something we believe.
He just called my mom. My mom just texted me saying I'm recommending.
We're trying to help
bruh.
these people. And
That's straight,
fellas.
All right.
They want to expel us. Remember me, cause they probably gonna kill me. Unless you want me, then you probably won't feel me. I'm only freedom hungry, so you probably won't feel me. It's never been right, so it probably never will be. Illegal that kill peace, the single I build peace. But we wouldn't get it too busy building the kill street. And all of the cities, this kidneys feeling the field street. And feeding for meaning, it's on the street that they still eat. Let's beat the hypocrisy coming straight from the bottom. See, I be proving them wrong by showing them what I ought to be. But the people not knocking. Is it cause of the truth? Is it could have been you? Cause it wouldn't be you? Because I had bullets and tools, oh wait a minute, they do. Just sit and wait for the boom, and I'ma wait in the booth to see who's greater than you. My mind state is the truth, and I won't. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Hey, fool.
Nah.
For real, though, you playing.
I was mad.
Do you know? I hear it.
I was mad.
I hear it. That don't even sound like you.
I was mad.
So this is what we heard for.
The song that I wrote that one on how I was feeling about the village and everything. But it wasn't really, like, I didn't put the whole focus on the millage. It was really just everything in general. So I just put my feelings in it, and obviously I was a little mad. so that was the outcome.
As an administrator, I have my views on that walkout. While I understood the message, I did not agree with the method. I really didn't, because it was during class time and we already missed academic distress by 0.0023 or whatever. But you know, we went 49 point something and we needed 50% to come out of academic distress. And we took 30 minutes of class time for that protest. I felt like had that protest been done at 3 p.m., I would have been at the forefront of it, holding up all the signs if I had to. But that was just not the time.
Yeah. I think that's how you can know you're really changing something. If people don't agree with you in the moment, you're probably changing something, right? So what happened about 4 weeks ago was we studied Malcolm X and we studied Gandhi and we studied a bunch of different peaceful resistance and civil disobedience in one of my classes, and the kids started to think more realistically about how they could actually emulate those people. And then it just so happened that as we were finishing up Selma, one of the kids in class was on their phone, which they're not supposed to be. Zaria pops up her phone and she's like, wait, look, kids in Memphis just walked out because they have a millage. And that's where it all started. And they did all the planning. They met on Saturdays without any teachers or parents, and they actually made the walkout happen. And probably 200 people walked out.
We was the new generation of MLK, Rosa Parks, and some more.
Why I'm proud of Tamante? Because you know what? He is striving to do something with his life. And he's proven to try to stay focused. He wants something in life. He's trying to do something positive in life. And I'm proud of that. That is awesome! I thought she was crying. No, I'm serious. But you know what? Sometimes
sometimes when I think about it, I do tear up because I'm serious. That is cool. You don't find too many young people that want to do something positive.
You see the Facebook posts from Vote No people that call our kids thugs and vandals and say they don't deserve a new school because they'll tear it up. You see Facebook posts from Vote No people that say that our kids should fund, or our families should fund a new school out of the welfare checks that we receive. There was a post today that a person said about me, and in the context of discussing issues related to the public schools, that he's married to a non-white. I didn't even like him before then. I'm a son of the South. I'm a son of the white South. But it's clear that this is, that a lot of, not all, but a lot of the Vote No energy is driven by some racial bias. The leadership of the Vote No campaign has not been a part of the public school system largely since the integration of schools.
I just have a hard time believing that if our school district was 50 to 70% Caucasian, that it would be no problem getting this millage passed.
It's a lose-lose situation. If the children don't get something, then they feel like they've lost. If this tax passes, the whole community has lost in a way. What happens, let's say, if Bagley's not correct, that this isn't the silver bullet, and his crystal ball's wrong. So we pass this tax, and you build that facility. And what happens if the enrollment continues to decline, or you don't get industry in here because of this school? But what happens if we throw everything we have left at that, and Bagley was wrong?
Even in your worst situation, I could take a pen and a paper and make it better.
Yeah, every day I thank God for this gift that he's given me, man. I mean, with poems, music, and people actually love it. I mean, you see how most of them like our music now. Mostly all of them like the music. And like, man, I love the meaning to it. I'm like, oh, so you found the meaning.
Man, you
smart.
actually listen.
You
dude.
actually listen. Most people like, oh, I just like the beat. And they like all that talking about hoes and stuff. And like, man, I mean, you can do that too, but that's just not where it's all at either. I mean, this rap industry
that only works you, like I said, it only works you so far.
Yeah.
You're gonna only get so far with it, because after a while, people gonna get tired of hearing the same old, I got this car, I got that car, vroom, vroom.
Bragging.
Yeah, like
brag,
stuff
man.
like that. And I feel like we could make that change, but in this place,
And I guess, man, that's just why me and you so close. You actually understand what I'm talking about. I understand what you talking about. Most people down here, they so ignorant. That's why I say, bro, it's just like me and you against the world, fool. Don't nobody want to see us shine, but bet we gonna shine regardless.
Tell me what you stand for. Is you thugging or hustling? Is you grinding or struggling? I just need to know something. Tell me what you stand for. Is you making a change? Cause the streets ain't the same and we all stuck in the game. Tell me what you stand for. Is you thugging or hustling? Is you grinding or struggling? I just need to know something. Is you making a change, cause the streets ain't the same and we all stuck in the game. I stand for the people that's making a difference.
Hey, this is James Valley with news, views, and looking at the law on KJIW FM 94.5, coming to you from location at Allen Temple Church on Ashley Street. Today is March the 14th. It's Election Day in the Helena West Helena School District, and I'm joined by 2 school board members. How do you feel about the turnout in terms of what do we need to do to encourage people to get out?
Well, we need to let them know that some of the places where there's going to be a lot of no vote, those turnouts have been great. So we got a lot of folks that are voting no. So those that want to vote yes, we need you to get out, because if we don't get out and vote yes, then the no vote's going to outnumber us.
So if we are serious about education, then we vote for this today. And the only way we lose today is if our people stay home. I know it's a little chilly, but put on a coat. This is worth it. We've got to do this for these kids.
I don't know if I'll be able to face my students if the millage doesn't pass. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to show up for work the next day and look them in their face and say, hey, you guys, we didn't get it this time, but we have to keep going, and just, I don't know. Look, I don't know. I don't even want to think about that, so we're going to win.
We're going to go to the different areas and knock on doors, give out flyers, ask them to vote. Ask them, ma'am or sir, have you been out to vote for the millage? They say no. Say, would you go out and vote for us? Okay.
Vote. Mr. White. That's Mr. White.
Hi. Want to vote for our school? Want to vote for Central before we can get a new school?
I'm voting down the tax. I'm voting no because this town is overtaxed as it is, and I'm just not going to vote for any other taxes.
Near and dear to my heart, the kids deserve a better facility.
And this is a poor county, and if it passes, especially your farmers are going to be hit horribly.
The farming economy is in a horrible situation. You're lucky to even break even at all. And so all this is going to be a lot higher expense for the farmers.
And it's just sinful that this small town would not take care of its children.
Well, having worked in the district for 36 years, I'm sort of sympathetic to their needs. The high school is in bad physical condition, needs to be completely renovated, and to produce a conducive learning environment. That's why I voted in favor of it.
So yeah, I'm for it. It's gonna cost me more taxes, and if it's for the children are our future. If we don't invest in them, then we're just throwing our future away.
I know they want a new school and everything, but I just think that I just vote against it. Like I said, we're taxed a lot here for a depressed area as well.
Okay. Remember, your vote count.
Okay. Oh yes, vote yes. All right.
If the millage doesn't pass today, you all still stood for something. Y'all stood for something, and y'all did not fall for anything. So with that being said, I feel they still won. Without a new facility or not, we're still going to be parents, we're still going to be educators, we're still going to be advocates. The day, nothing changes but the day, and we will continue to go on and fight for another day.
Now, the first thing you do is open the envelope.
Okay.
It's everything. You look inside. If you are blessed, the application will be inside and not inside of the ballot. Remove the envelope with the ballot.
Is that what the yellow envelope goes down here?
Yeah.
Just to let y'all know, that we're trying to clean up some of the equipment issues we had. It'll be give us another 45 minutes, please. Okay?
Nervous. It's so close. It's a cliffhanger that we're looking at.
Oh, man.
We left it all on the field.
I had to.
I assume you want that. I want a big fat one.
We did it!
You know, the difference was those kids out there this evening.
Yes,
That
I
the
know it
difference.
was. Very hard.
Because now she make me
Always
cry.
told you,
You
don't
did.
cry. You're going to have everybody crying.
Yeah. You did. Thank you, yeah. You pulled everybody else in, so thank you.
Y'all,
I'm proud of you.
You did.
I got a wife to go home.
Go
Yes,
home and get
please.
you some rest.
Finally, go to sleep.
Yes, go to sleep.
And I look forward to trying to bring this community back together and build some bridges as we build some buildings.
This is a breaking news report. The Helena West Helena School District is going to build a brand new high school based on the outcome of the election tonight, March the 14th. 1,135 people voted for, 1,056 people voted against. The millage passes.
I'm trying to get money, money don't solve all your problems. About what you do with the profit. People that's hungry, struggle for pennies and dollars. What I'm
proud of you guys.
Because what you guys did caused it to win. Period. Yeah, period. What you did.
Yes, it's been before the 2000s. If we the new generation, look what we just did.
We got us a new school. I don't know what she's doing, but thank you guys for voting yes. Thank you. Yes. We're so happy. We have a brighter future now. Yes.
We deserve better, and now we have better.
Yes.
3, 1, 2, 3,
When you win by 79 votes out of over 2,200 cast, anything could be pointed to as making a difference. The walkout happens when the campaign has gotten about as negative as it got. It happens at a time where I wasn't sure that they weren't gaining momentum. And it inspired their parents and relatives and the adults to say, we've got to get out and push. Make one last push.
The kids picked it up, and the kids bought the philosophy that art can create this philosophy of change, that art can allow it more expression, that art can help people stand up for themselves.
It's just when you stay in a place like this for so long, you get, used to disappointment. So I thought that was gonna be the disappointment, but had a good outcome.
Have a good weekend. If this your last day, I'll see you in August. Bye-bye. If today is your last day, have a good summer. Goodbye. Goodbye. Where you going?
This person has a beautiful voice, even though she never lets us publish anything.
Misha!
We gave Jamisha Best Female Singer. Thanks. Yay!
This person right here, we put Best Newcomer / The Beast. Hey, the Hombre! Hey!
I like that.
Okay, if you look at the mixtape cover, you'll notice that this person has 14 songs out of 15 songs on there. So, Monte, you are the MVP / the Hustler. Hey! Thank you guys for a wonderful, amazing year.
I'm at the bottom, I gotta top it. Rap squad, we know how to stop it. I'm trying to take off in a Bentley. Don't play cause I ride with my family.
Like, the rap squad's not special, this should be normal. Like, why should it be so abnormal for kids to have a music group of the music they enjoy? The fact that it's unique, the fact that it's abnormal is the issue.
Hey, let it get ready. Your people that's up on me presently try to find ways to get next to me. I think it's definitely
Before Rap Squad, I wouldn't have did this. I wouldn't have did a walkout. I wouldn't be making music, recording, performing, none of that stuff. It's just simply because Rap Squad brought that side out of me, like that creative side. that nobody else knew about, including me.
Lately I've been spending time thinking in this life, will I make it? Don't nobody know a thing about me. Maybe I should spend time praying, God knows I'm forsaken. I don't wanna be a product of the streets. Lately I've been spending time thinking in this life, will I make it? Don't nobody know a thing about me. Maybe I should spend time praying, God knows I'm forsaken. I don't wanna be a product of the streets. It ain't sometimes I wish I could go back. Stop my auntie smoking crack, but she always had my back, so I ain't have to care for that. How you gon' make me diss? You don't even know my past. If you down and on my last, I give a take to see my dad. Man, sometimes I wanna spaz. Don't nobody know the code. I live on what I know, cause every day the streets are cold and I can't even trust a soul. That's really sad to say. Remember back up in them days when we could fight cause we were slaves. This the price we gotta pay. There's no right, there's no time. It's time to make a change. But everybody makes mistakes. There's no time, time goes.